Hi, Scorpio. This is all about what's next for you. And I am a little bit biased, so I'm starting with Scorpio because here are my faves. So I'm going to take a look at what's next for Scorpio. Beep. What is next for Scorpio? Oh, okay, so right off the bat, the Two of Pentacles came out sideways. And then we got a whole stack of cards that I'm not taking because that was too many cards. But the fact that this came out sideways and then there was a whole bunch of cards is giving me a little bit of an overwhelmed feeling. It's feeling like there's a lot to process, a lot to manage, a lot to a lot of balls up in the air for you at this time. Yeah, you're trying to figure out what to focus on. If you are a Scorpio rising, the sun is currently traveling through your 10th house. So there is a lot of attention on you, but there's also a lot of attention on what you're trying to accomplish, on what you're trying to create, on what you're trying to manifest. Venus is about to head into Leo as well. Having Venus traveling through your 10th house is really going to make this a little bit easier. It's going to bring you a little bit more. I'm hearing a spoonful of sugar. It's going to bring you a little bit more joy in that. Like right now, it feels a little bit of a burden, but it's going to bring a little bit more joy to what you're creating. So what's next for you is really figuring out how to juggle your focus, how to amplify your focus in what you're creating. Whatever you are creating, whether it is connected to your career or to your family or to your creative pursuits, even if it is just a hobby. It's not just a hobby. Not everything has to be a side hustle either. Not everything has to bring you money to bring you fulfillment. So whatever you're working on, I think you're going to make some strides in that, and you're going to feel really empowered from that. Let's get some advice from Spirit. They're being a little bit hesitant. I think that hesitation might have to do with the fact of letting you figure things out for yourself. When you're watching a small child and you're like, you want to jump in and help, but then also you recognize that they have to learn on their own the issue at hand. Like they're developing problem-solving skills, right? So this is kind of like the hesitation that I'm getting from that is like, they don't fully need our help. They're just like figuring things out, and that's okay. Which also indicates that you are safe, that you are in a position to figure things out without too much being at stake right now. Yep, figuring things out. Spirit is really wanting you to try new things, wanting you to explore, wanting you to experiment a little bit. Yep, and they definitely want you to move forward. And the fact that you got this Knight of Swords, there is something that you are really keen on figuring out. And then we got this Eight of Wands underneath that. They are like full force ahead. They're like, we are behind you. We are definitely supporting you in, yes, we are supporting you in your decisions. Stop overthinking, stop overanalyzing. Don't expect the worst to happen because you are in a very potent field of energy right now. Like the energy surrounding you is just very malleable, and you really have a lot of say in how things play out. And they really want you to figure out this focus, right? Because whatever it is that you're creating, that you are manifesting, we have the Lovers. So whether that is a relationship, whether that is a romantic relationship, a friendship, whether it, like, wherever you put your energy, whether you're trying to fix a situation or whether you're trying to create a harmonic situation, whether you are trying to create your own business, your career, your family, whatever it is you're trying to create, they want you to put your heart in it. You have to choose it. You are supposed to, again, this came out sideways because you're overwhelmed on where to put your focus, right? They want you to put your heart and soul towards what it is that you are about to create. That will fuel. I'm feeling like such a strong, like, heart and soul connection to, it's like that's like the main ingredient missing. And right now I'm getting in Peter Pan, when the kids are like learning how to fly, and it's it's the way Peter Pan explains it to them is like, think of a wonderful thing, because they're fueled by this optimism, enthusiasm, like beautiful thoughts, okay? But then they're having trouble getting off the ground, right? And it's like, oh yeah, and a little bit of pixie dust. And that pixie dust will come, but you need to make sure that you have the positive thoughts ready to go. Like, you need to be prepared. And once that pixie dust hits, you're taking off. You're taking off. Okay, I'm going to pull some of these. These cards are going to tell us what Spirit wants you to focus on in terms of how to get in close contact with them. Fire. I love this because we have the Magician and this Lover's card, both shining yellow, very bright yellow. Like, there's something that I'm hearing, come on baby, light my fire. Like, there's something that's really going to ignite, that's going to be set ablaze. At the bottom of the deck we have dreams, so pay attention to your dreams at this time. Possibly make an effort to write them down if you can remember them. If you do not remember them, set an intention before you go to sleep to remember them and see what comes up. Also with fire is a lot about creative energy. Fire is a lot about doing. It's not so much, this isn't the planning stages anymore. And I think that's why maybe you're a little bit overwhelmed, because especially Scorpios, we're fixed water. We like to plan. We like to assess. We like to observe. Action is not our strong suit, but we are being pushed into action with the sun in our 10th house. We are being pushed to act. We are being pushed to take the stage. Let's see. There we go. Oh, and right as I said, we like to observe, keep watch. Interesting. Keep watch is kind of connecting for me to the dreams again. But also, keep watch is connecting to this Page of Swords, which is, my brain goes faster than my mouth, which is very much about exploring new avenues and creative pursuits and trying to figure out new ways to do things that you're already doing. You know what? Let's get one last Oracle card and then we will leave it there. Overall, this is what's next for Scorpio is really that you are about to birth something. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. I see. I see. Notice that this snake is coming out of an egg, and there's these birds that are like, what the heck? You are about to birth something that I think you don't expect to be as impactful as it is, as powerful. This is giving me this storyline of birds taking care of this egg in their nest, and then when it hatches, it's a snake. That is extremely powerful. That is not what they expected, and that can be kind of scary and overwhelming, right? Let's see. You've been here before. We have you've been here before. The past is never where you think you left it. I really like this because you've been here before to me indicates a strong innate knowledge, which means that you are being driven. You're being driven by something that is connected to your higher knowledge, your higher power. That is like it's like information trickling down, and you're probably not aware of it, but it just slowly, like drip by drip, this knowledge is trickling down. And I want you to notice how the colors of these birds is represented in this image as well. So there is innate knowledge that is slowly feeding you, and that is where your drive is coming. And I think one of these days, one of those drips is going to hit and it's going to ignite something, and then there we go, baby. I don't know why I said it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. What's next for you, I think, is very exciting. And I'm looking forward to being part of that. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope I get to read for you again sometime. Take care.